Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to do theorem 7.4, which is a side-side-side congruence. Remember, up to this point we have only proved two conditions of congruence. The first one was side angle side, and the second one was angle side angle. So today we are going to prove the third condition of congruence, which is side-side-side congruence. This states if three sides of a triangle are equal to the three sides of another triangle, then two triangles are congruent. So you haven't given that these two triangles have three sides equal. Let's assume this side and this side is equal, this side and this side is equal, and this side and this side is equal. So the three sides are equal to each other. Now we have to prove that if these three sides are equal, then the triangles are congruent. Remember, we can prove this by using only two conditions that we have proved so far, either angle side angle or side angle side. Now, if we have to prove that these two triangles are congruent, we have to somehow combine these two triangles together, because until they are separated, we cannot prove anything. So we have to somehow combine them together like this. It is like copy pasting this blue triangle and rotating, isn't it? We have copy pasted and rotated it. That's it, nothing more. But are we going to write down the same in construction, that copy paste and rotate it? No. Mathematical language is different, so we have to do a construction in a different manner. Although its interpretation would be same, copy pasting and rotating the triangle, but we will write down this in a mathematical manner. Let's see how we are going to do. So we have been given two triangles, triangle PQR and triangle XYZ. This is PQR and this is X, Y and Z. So these are two triangles in which three sides are equal, as you can see from the dashed lines, which sides are equal. Now we have to do a construction such that we are going to join triangle PQR and XYZ. Now how is that construction possible? Let's see how we will do that. First, we are going to produce or rather we are going to draw a line XW. This line XW. But when I say this, is there any particular length for it? No. It should be produced in such a manner. There is conditions for it. It should be produced in such a manner that WY should be equal to PQ. That is, the line should be drawn in such a manner, its length should be kept in such a manner that this side WY should be equal to PQ. Let's see again which two sides. Yes, these two sides. It should be done, the W should be drawn in such a manner that WY and PQ should be equal to each other. Also, there is one more condition. You have to draw in such a manner that angle WYZ should be equal to PQR. And which angles are those? These are the two angles. Angle WYZ, which is this angle over here, and angle PQR, which is this angle. These two should be equal. So this is our construction. We have to draw a line XW such that side WY should be equal to side PQ and angle WYZ should be equal to angle PQR. This is how we are actually copying the triangle PQR. So after this, we have also joined WZ. So we have a new triangle now, triangle W, Y and Z, a new triangle in here. So now we are going to operate upon the triangle XYZ and WYZ. Let's see how we are going to do this. First of all, we are going to prove that WYZ is same as PQR, that is, I have copy pasted it. So how we are going to prove it? We are going to prove that WYZ and PQR are the same triangle by proving them congruent. So let's do this first. First of all, I said that in triangles PQR and WYZ, PQ is equal to WY. This side PQ, this, and this side WY, they are equal to each other. And yes, this is our construction. So I have written down by construction. Similarly, I also did by construction this angle, which is PQR, and this angle WYZ. I said that they should be equal. This is also by construction. And it is given to us that the side QR, this side, and the side YZ, they are equal to each other. It is already given. It is given in the statement. It is given in the theorem that these two sides are equal to each other. So I said that QR equals to YZ, and it is given. So if you look at the diagram, what you have proved is side, angle, side. In between the two triangles equal. And if in two triangles side angle side is equal, they are congruent by, yes, side angle side congruency. So this new triangle WYZ and PQR, they are now congruent to each other, or what I said is that they are exactly like copies of each other. Now when they are equal, or rather congruent, when they are congruent to each other, then there will be a condition called as CPCT. And what is that condition? If two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts are also congruent, or they are equal. So if these two triangles are congruent, then angles, these angles, yes, then angle W and angle P, angle W and angle P, they must be equal to each other, because these are corresponding parts of congruent triangles. This is a CPCT. So I wrote down angle W equals to angle P, and the reason is CPCT. Keep this in mind that angle W and angle P, they are equal to each other. Okay, next one. Okay, so now I'm going to consider triangle XYW, which is a shaded triangle in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show that angle X and angle W, they are equal to each other. Why and how? Let's see it. I wrote down, since PQ is equal to WY, this PQ and this WY is equal to each other. And why are they equal? Because we have done this in construction, that they are equal. So I wrote down by construction. And PQ is equal to XY. This was given to us in the statement that side PQ and side XY, they are equal to each other. It was given to us. So what can we interpret from this? PQ equals to WY, PQ equals to XY. This gives us WY equals to XY. That means this side XY and this side WY, they are equal to each other. Okay, so if they are equal, what about the angles opposed to these equal sides? Yes, we know the theorem. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So if these two sides are equal, then the angles opposite to them will also be equal. Let's see which angles opposite. To side XY, you will find that to side XY, this is side XY, you will find that the angle opposite to it is angle 2, and to side WY, which is this, the angle opposite to it is angle 1. So if these two sides are equal, if WY equals to XY, then angles opposite to it will also be equal. That is, angle 1 will equal to angle 2. Similarly, we can show that this side XZ and this side YZ will also be equal. And what about then angles opposite to them? If these two sides, we can prove they are equal, these two sides, then the angle opposed to them, 3 and 4, they will be also equal. So I wrote down, similarly we can prove angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Adding them, adding this, 1 equals 2 and 3 equals to 4, adding them, we can get 1 plus 3 equals to 2 plus 4. Have a look at this. 1 plus 3 makes angle X and 2 plus 4 makes angle W. So I wrote down angle X equals to angle W. But if you remember from the last slide, I showed that angle W is equal to angle, yes, angle P. And that is what we are going to utilize now. Moving on to next slide now. Okay. In this slide, you can see that I started from here that angle X equals to angle W, which we proved here, which we proved just now, that X and W are equal. This angle X and this angle W, they are equal to each other. But previously we proved that angle P and angle W, they are also equal to each other. So X equals to W, but W equals to P. What this gives us? This gives us angle P equals to angle X. That is this angle and this angle. Let me choose a different color. This angle P and this angle X, they are equal to each other. It is already given. This side is equal. This side and this side is equal. Now we proved that the angle between them is also equal. Can you get the idea? Okay, this is actually angle side angle congruency. So we are done. So I throw down now in triangles PQR and XYZ. PQ equals to XY. It was given. Angle P equals to angle X. We just proved it. This angle is equal. PR equals to XZ, which is given to us. The sides are equal. Therefore, the triangles are congruent by side angle side congruency. Hopefully, you understood this. Thank you.